Well, AIOps, which refers to the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to improve the operations of the networks and the services delivered by operators, mainly with the advent of 5G, are going to bring massive improvements and are going to be really game changers in the way operators kind of go about their networks and then the services and then conducting their business as a whole. So what are some of these what the benefits or the changes introduced by AIOps? One is the concept of data lakes, that right now operators will be consolidating a variety of highly complex and diverse data in data lakes that are open with open APIs, that provides the operators themselves or third parties to tap into this data, makes intelligence out of it and turn it into actionable intelligence. Then there will be the use of ML, machine learning techniques and algorithms to discover patterns and to discover correlation rules, to understand the behavior of the network, and then the behavior of the users of that network, the behavior of the services that are running on their network, which allows then, when you have that understanding, you are able to forecast how your traffic is going to evolve, how your users or the variety of devices in the network are going to consume the network resources, and what impact are they going to create on those, on this network or on the variety of, or on the infrastructure. When you are able to forecast in this way, then you are able to identify events that or predict events that are going to happen in the future. Because you can, for example, find a correlation that says when there is this kind of weather degradation, we can anticipate that there will be XYZ problem on the network. Or knowing, what's happened in the past, we can predict that because there is this kind of game, for example, or this kind of event is going to happen, or sports event, this is how the traffic on the network will increase, and this is the impact on the network. When you combine all of this, you can what can you do with it? One, you can identify root causes of issues on your network, and then you can move to something we call predictive operations. You move from a reactive mode to a predictive mode, where you predict what is going to happen, and you anticipate it, and you take actions in anticipation in order to maintain your network at peak performance, to maintain the quality of service also at peak levels, and to maximize the efficiencies. So you automate your network. You start moving towards this zero-touch operations, where you have the software and algorithms really taking over the operations and getting you ahead of the game, so that you are always delivering the best possible quality and an SLA to your customers, and you are able to monetize those services. The migration of service assurance to the cloud allows to bring about a lot of these key changes and evolutions that we just spoke about. On the one hand, there is an undeniable financial benefit, because the cloud economics are far better suited for this big data analytics or the AIOps model, because to execute it properly, you need to store massive amounts of data, and as I mentioned, heterogeneous, quite complex data sets. And the cloud, the public cloud economics are really suited for that. You can get storage much cheaper than what you can get in a private data center. So you can really only execute AI, ML at scale in the public cloud from a cloud economics perspective. But also, to get accuracy, to get to a desired level of performance and accuracy of AI, ML techniques, you need to train models, and you need the contribution. You need to add, this training needs the contribution of multiple networks, right, and multiple operators' data. And that, again, can only happen in the public cloud. Third, there is the concept of agility and innovation, because again, the use cases of tomorrow are not really known. So what public cloud brings you is a very, very, very agile way of, in fact, adding resources when you need. So you can be like web scale, and then you can also be able to reconfigure your resources exactly to deliver new use cases that you might not know about today. And finally, with 5G, network size is expected to increase in a like 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. And again, that infinite scalability and elasticity is enabled or by the cloud model. So when assurance solutions are in the public cloud, they are extensible to manage 5G. They can enable they can fully implement an AIOps model, and they can allow this agility and innovation. And this is why we have been committed to the public cloud model. We have been one of the very first, if not the first, service assurance vendor who have made that first move, that migration to the public cloud. We have signed a strategic partnerships with AWS, and we have today major tier one operators from our customers having their service assurance solutions running in the public cloud.